If you're thinking about moving to Orlando, Florida, you might be wondering, what is it like living so close to Disney World? Well, today we are breaking down the top 5 things that you want to know if you're going to be neighbors with the most magical place on earth. So stick around, we'll be right back. What's up, everyone? Today we have a fantastic episode for you because, well, we're going on vacation.
Well, I'll tell you something. This is no longer a vacation. It's a quest. It's a quest for fun.
Not really, but we are talking about Disney World and what it is like to live so close to the #1 theme park in the entire world. I was born and raised in Florida. I have always lived a hop, skip, and a jump from Disney World, and I can tell you that there are a ton of perks to living so close there, but I can also tell you there are some negatives, and we're going to break down those top 5 things that you definitely want to know. Really quick though, before we dive in, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know what it's really like to live, work, play, and thrive in Orlando, Florida, then you've come to the right place. Make sure you tap that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the awesome videos we're putting out to you guys on a weekly basis. We are seriously working with people from around the country who are relocating to Orlando, Florida every single day, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, however you'd like to communicate. We got your back when moving to Orlando, Florida. So the first thing on our list when living so close to Disney World that you're going to realize is you don't have to visit the parks like everyone else does. When you live so close, there's really no reason to visit from sunup to sundown and try to cram everything in to one day. I mean, you certainly could if you wanted to. Disney has a ton of great resorts, a lot of activities for the family and for the kids to do without even leaving the hotel grounds, and it can certainly make for a great staycation. But at the same time, you don't have to plan your whole day around Disney. We can just go when we want, especially if you have annual passes. Sometimes we'll just go to Epcot to catch lunch at one of the countries around the world, or maybe we'll hit up the fireworks in the evening at Magic Kingdom. It really is at our disposal whenever we feel like going. And because of that, the locals here in the Orlando area get to experience Disney really from a different sort of way than anybody else around the country does when they're just visiting once or twice a year. We can take our time. Sometimes I'll just stand there and have a conversation with a cast member just to learn a little bit more about them. And honestly, I learn a ton about Disney and its history and the parks when talking with those cast members. Typically, when you're from out of town, you are going from point A to point B to point C, all the way to point Z on a schedule and itinerary. You really don't have time sometimes when you're visiting like that to really just stop and look around and really take everything in and experience every little thing that the parks have to offer. The #2 thing that you need to know when living so close to Disney World is that when your friends come to visit, they're not just coming there to visit you. I remember when I first moved to the Orlando area, and old friends and even some family members would come to visit Orlando, and they would be coming to go to Disney World, and we would try to coordinate and link up and meet and everything, and it was just really hard and difficult because they are on a schedule. Like I said, when you are coming in from out of town and going to Disney World, it's a completely different ball game because you've spent a lot of money, you've probably saved up a lot of money, and you want to make sure that you hit everything that you have planned, and you can be rushing again from point A to point B all the way to point Z for the entire time you're there. And it's really difficult to try to link up with people that are in town when they have dinner reservations, fast passes, and a whole itinerary of activities. So now when people are coming to visit, friends of mine and even family members, when they're coming to visit, they know that if they want us to hang out, if we want to get together, we need to coordinate beforehand and work that into their schedule as well as my schedule. #3 thing that you need to know when living so close to Disney World is just because you live in the Orlando area does not necessarily mean you live close to Disney World. Here's the thing, the Orlando metro area is over 4,000 square miles. That is a huge area to cover, and Disney World actually sits in Lake Buena Vista, which is at the most southwestern tip of the entire Orlando metro area. So if you live like where I live in Longwood, which is at almost the opposite end, it's a good 45 minutes at least to get to Disney World. If you live in Winter Springs, which is north where I'm at, but on the east side near Oviedo, it can take you upwards of an hour to get to Disney World, and that's considering no traffic delays. With the way I-4 and Orlando traffic in general can be, I can tell you right now we are not taking day trips every single day down to Disney World or every single week. That 45-minute, hour-long car ride can easily turn into an hour and a half plus if you hit traffic at the wrong time. Fourth thing that you need to know when living so close to Disney World is that depending on where you live and how close you live to Disney and what subdivision or community you live in, there's a good possibility that your HOA fees could be much, much higher than what the typical average is for the entire Orlando area. And a large part of that is due to the fact that many homes in and around the Disney World resort area are actually used as short-term rentals. So on top of having higher than normal HOA fees, there's a good possibility that you might be changing neighbors every couple of weeks. For the average priced home in the Orlando metro area, you're typically looking at HOA fees ranging from $200 to $500 for the entire year. But some of these communities in and around the Disney resort areas, their HOA fees for neighborhoods range from anywhere from $2,000 to almost $3,000. That's a difference of, say, $20 a month to $200 a month, and that can be a huge difference and play a big role and factor in some people's decision making when looking at different homes and areas in and around Orlando. Me personally, I'm not really crazy about paying the extra HOA fees, but more so than that is I'm not really crazy about my neighbors potentially changing every week or every couple of weeks. And I'm sure there's a lot of great people that come visit Disney World, a lot of families and everything. But number one, I like to know who my neighbors are. I think I've said that before in other videos. I like to know, my community and everything. And the other thing about that as well is that, Tuesday, Wednesday night, I might have to get up early the next day for work or something. And these people are next to me are on vacation. And it's like a Friday or Saturday night and they're just partying, and it's just something that me personally, I don't want to run the risk into having to deal with certain things like that. So rounding out our top 5 of what it's really like to live so close to Disney World is that when you live in this area, some of the magic of the Disney area, it kind of loses its power. Here's the thing, excitement for anything has an expiration date, and when people are living here and they're working and they're going through their daily lives and getting up to go to work and coming home and supporting a family, it's not like we just have all this free time to go to Disney World. It's kind of like when I lived in South Florida and I was living 5-10 minutes from the beach, and family and friends would come down to visit from up north. They thought all we did all the time was just go to the beach, but people have lives here, and like anything else, things lose their excitement. It just becomes another place or another venue to go to if we have the free time. Plus, Disney has over 70,000 employees, and most of those residents live right here in the Orlando metro area. So it's very common to meet people and run into people that are currently working for Disney or at one time used to work for Disney. And like I said before, they have a lot of great stories. They're more than willing to share, some of those stories, some of those behind the scenes stories. And when you start to hear, a lot of those things about what really goes on behind the scenes and behind the stage or behind the curtain, it is going to cause you to lose some of those rose-colored glasses or some of that magic or pixie dust, as they call it, that goes along with visiting those parks. It's just something that is going to happen. It's almost inevitable. Quick little bonus section for you guys that are thinking about moving to the Orlando, Florida area, and you are serious Disney fans, and annual passes or something that you might be considering. I went ahead and included the link below in the description that'll take you right to the site on Disney's pages, so you can look at the different options that they have for Florida residents for their annual passes. They got a few different options for you to choose from, different levels or different tiers. The cheapest one I think is only like $25 per person, so not too bad if that's something that you are seriously considering. And all 3 of the different pass holder options, they all have different perks in terms of blackout days, certain days that you can go to the parks that maybe others can't attend, and different dining options with discounts on food, on merchandise, on different hotels, and different things in and around the resort area, including their mini golf and the water parks. So a lot of different things for you guys to consider and take a look at. So I hope that's helpful. If there's anything that I missed or anything that maybe you have want further clarification on, go ahead and shoot us a message, drop us a comment, let us know. If there's anything about the Orlando metro area that maybe we haven't covered yet in another video that you want to know more about, definitely let us know. More than happy to shoot a personal video for you. All right, but you guys, you got to reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send me an email, however you'd like to reach out or however you'd like to communicate. We got your back when moving to Orlando, Florida. So until next time, I'm Don Sprenkel, and I'll see you later.